Last year, a global study was taken to find out the top 10 fears of people. At number 10 was the fear of confined spaces. Number 9 was the fear of thunder and lightning. Number 8 was the fear of open spaces. Number 7 was the fear of flying. Number 6 was the fear of people and social situations. Number 5 was the fear of heights. Number 4 was the fear of darkness. Number 3 was the fear of spiders. Number 2 was the fear of death. And sitting there as the number 1 fear of people all over the world is the fear of public speaking. Hi, my name is Grace Fulmeyer, and I'm a 7-year member of the Early Achievers 4-H Club. Today, I am here to talk to you about public speaking, what it is, why so many people are afraid of it, and tips to help you overcome that fear. Now, as you heard me say, public speaking is the number 1 fear of people over death. As Jerry Seinfeld once put it, at a funeral, the average person would rather be in the casket than giving the eulogy. Now, we know that if it actually came down to this, and this happened to be the case, it probably wouldn't be true. But it seems to be what statistics show. So, on to the definition of public speaking. Well, it's pretty obvious. The definition of public speaking is the act of delivering speeches in public. For some people, it's really easy. They do it every day, for their job even. But for 75% of the world's population, that is terrifying. Now, while I was writing my presentation, I got to thinking, what are so many people afraid of? What are they scared of? What do they think is going to happen to them? Well, I decided there isn't one set fear, and it's probably different for everyone. But I did come up with a few ideas that I think apply to some people. For some, it may be that they're scared to get up in front of a large group of people. For others, it may be that they lack confidence and they don't think they can do it. They think they stumble over words, stumble over lines, not know what to say. More than anything, fear of failure. And for more yet, it may be that they're scared of embarrassment and worrying about what others think about them. Well, no matter what the reason, there are ways to give a good presentation, and I'm going to give you a few tips right now. When giving a presentation, you need to remember the 4 P's: prepare, practice, pronunciate, and participate. First, you have to prepare. Now, whether it's a topic you chose or a topic you are assigned, you need to know what you are talking about so you can give your speech. This also makes your speech go easier, and it boosts your confidence. And if you're asked a question, you can answer it to the best of your ability. Now, the next good thing to know when preparing for a speech is the age group you are talking to. More than likely, you wouldn't want the context of your speech to be the same for an 8-year-old as you would for an 80-year-old. So you need to know who you're talking to so you can use words that they would understand. Now, the final step to prepare comes on the day of your presentation. You need to arrive at your presentation area a little early so you can get a feel for the room. Also, when you arrive early, you can make sure everything is ready for you, such as tables, easels, projectors, and microphones. Now, the next step to get ready for a successful presentation is to practice. Practice, practice, and practice. The first few times you're practicing, you might find it helpful to say your speech out loud to yourself. That way you can get a feel for what you're saying and understand your topic. Now, once you're comfortable with what you're saying, it's good to practice your speech the way you are going to give it. If you're using items or posters or projectors, you should practice with them. And it can help to practice in front of a mirror so you can see what you're doing. Lastly, it is good to practice in front of someone. Whether it be a family member or a friend, they can help you know what to say, and if you need to fix something, they can help you with that. Now, the third P of presentation is pronunciation. This one can be tied into practice. Pronunciation involves the actual speaking part of your presentation. When practicing, you need to think about the way you are giving your speech and your body language. First of all, you want to be speaking at a good pace. You don't want to talk so fast. No one understands what you're saying. And they absolutely nothing out of your speech. But you also don't want to talk so slow that you drag your speech on and you make it longer than it needs to be. Also, when giving your presentation, you want to make sure that everyone can hear you. So speak loud enough, especially if you don't have a microphone. When it comes to your body language, you want to have confidence up there. You don't want to be timid and scared because people won't take you as seriously. You want to stand up straight, look straight at your audience, and keep a smile on your face. Now, the last P of presentation is participate. Now, you might wonder what this is saying, of course I participate in my speech. I'm giving my speech. But this involves your audience. When giving a presentation, you want to get your audience's attention right away. One way to do this is to start with a good introduction. A few different ways to do that are to start with a fact or a statistic, a quote, or even a joke. Now once you have your audience's attention, you want to keep it. As I said before, you can look up and interact with your audience. You don't need to apologize to your audience for little slip-ups. If you say the wrong word or the wrong line, or it takes you a little bit to see what you're going to say, you don't need to say sorry, because more than likely, they don't know you messed up. One last thing is you need to realize your audience wants you to succeed. They're either watching your presentation for information or for entertainment, so they're rooting for you. Well, I have one last tip for all you 4-Hers out there. Over the years, I have learned that some things are easier if you start them at a young age, and I believe this is true with public speaking. A good way to start is by participating in the communications project area of 4-H. Giving educational presentations to a small group such as your club is a good place to start, and then you can go to county and hopefully even the state. Now, the next time you are giving a speech, just remember the 4 Ps. Prepare. Know your topic so you can give your speech and understand what you're saying. Know what age group you're talking to, and arrive early to your presentation area to make sure everything is ready for you. Practice. Practice the words of your speech. Practice the way you're going to give it. In front of a mirror helps. Practice with your props, and practice in front of an audience. Pronunciation. Speak at a good pace. Don't talk too slow or too fast. Make sure you're loud enough so everyone can hear you, and have confidence up there. And lastly, participate. Engage your audience, and a good way to do this is to start with a good introduction and interact with your audience. Well, I hope that what I have told you today has given you more confidence and less fear of public speaking. So next time you're at a funeral, you wouldn't prefer to be in the casket than giving the eulogy. Thank you. My sources are justcreative.com and toastmasters.org. Are there any questions? Yeah.
So when you were researching your presentation topic, was there something that stuck out that you weren't aware of that you learned when you were doing your research?
That I learned? The question was, when I was researching my topic, was there something that stuck out that I learned when researching it? I think just like you realize you do this stuff, but you don't actually like put it in words before. So I think mostly for me, like pace, I speak like really fast at times. So that made me more aware of that maybe. Like you need to realize that your audience maybe won't understand you. I think was one of the big ones. And just like the 4 Ps, like that was good to have that in that way to put like in parts. Are there any other questions?